Hello, everyone. Right now, I have another young Indian with us, Dewanshu Chowrasia. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Devanshu.
Yeah, so thank you very much, sir, for asking me to join this wonderful show of yours. I've been watching this show on YouTube for the past few weeks now. And for the viewers, let me introduce myself that, yeah, I'm Devanshu Chaurasia, and it's an absolute honor to be here on this show called Voice of Young India. Uh, so allow me to provide a brief introduction about myself and my journey. So presently, I am a business analyst at Genpact, where I meticulously delve into the complexities of marketing activities for a distinguished US-based client. Uh, I am not allowed to name the client, so just I'm mentioning US-based client. So that's it. And academically, I have the privilege of holding both a bachelor's and a master's degree in economics from the prestigious Calcutta University. So it is one of the first universities in India. I'm really proud of being a part of it. So my specializations were in game theory, economics of institutions, health economics, and along with the basic fundamental models and theories which we study. And recently, I accomplished the significant feat of cracking the UGC NET exam in economics, rendering me eligible for assistant professor across India.
Okay,
So
wonderful.
yeah, so uh, along with that, it is like my life is richly woven with more than just the professional and academic achievements. I harbor an unquenchable um, passion for teaching and mentoring young students, especially the aspirants, and having had the honor of guiding over more than 500 students in the past 8 years through both in-person sessions and my YouTube channel called The Road to Success. Uh, so being in the midst of young, inquisitive minds solving their academic conundrums and mentoring aspirants brings me immense joy and fulfillment. My aspirations are deeply rooted in research and policy making, of course, inspired by the great figure of Baba Sahib Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi. And furthermore, I am an avid bibliophile, dedicating 2 to 3 hours daily reading something. Maybe it's a book, a novel, a poetry, an article, a research paper, anything. Like 2 to 3 hours is must. So this ritual invigorates my morning and sets a productive tone for the day. So that's it. That's about myself in a brief.
Well, tell us more. Why be
So
brief? Tell us more.
uh,
There's no time limit. Go ahead.
okay. So if I have to dive deep into it. So I would like to start with my economics journey because my main focus is economics. I prepare content of economics, so I should start with the journey of economics. So my journey in economics commenced with an insatiable curiosity about the intricate mechanism of societies and the profound impact of policies on the human lives. So during my studentship at the Calcutta University, when I was in my degree course, like Hiramba Chandra College, where I was doing my bachelor's, I was really fortunate enough to be guided by luminaries such as Dr. Indrani Mitro, who was our HOD, Professor Subir Moitro, who encouraged me to transcend the confines of the classroom and engage in the myriad of activities. And moving on to my master's in the Calcutta University as well. So despite the constraints imposed by the COVID-19, I remember in 2020, when after the first semester, everything turned online, still studying under the eminent professors like Shukanto Bhattacharya, who was in game theory, Anjan Chakraborty, who was teaching us Marxian economics and macroeconomics, and Professor Anirban Mukherjee, who was teaching us economics of institution. So they helped me a lot, and it was a transformative experience that profoundly, I can say, enriched my intellectual pursuits. So that's my journey in economics, and that journey I took it in teaching and mentoring. So teaching and mentoring, I can say these are the wind beneath my wings. So there is an unparalleled joy in guiding young minds, and I'm not saying that I'm too old, but still young minds. I like to be engaged with the students and elucidating complex concepts of economics. So that's the thing. My teaching journey actually started in 2016 after my 12th. I started teaching mathematics and science to the students of school level. But after 2019, right after my graduation, I decided to shift focus to the college students, the degree
Hang on for
students.
a second. Where were these school students? Who were they?
Okay, so actually, my father and my mother are teachers. So I have been always in an environment where teaching is there, like in an ecosystem. So it was easy for me to get connections, of course, like the students who are in class 8, 9, or 10th. I started teaching them. I got contacts from my teachers of my school, so they give me leads, and they told that, okay, so this is our student. He is good. He can teach you. He can guide you. So the parents reached out to me, and eventually I started my journey of teaching.
So this was pro bono, or you were charging a fee? Who were these students? I'm curious.
These were school students, like these were like near in my neighborhood, or maybe my juniors in school, or the brothers and sisters of my friends. They were those students. And of course, when I started, I was not charging anything because I wanted to get experience and kind of develop the skill of teaching. But of course, after some point of time, I decided to charge a minimum fees because the parents were reluctant in providing in not providing fees for their kids. So I decided to charge a minimum amount of fees so that I have more students, and I can also manage my own expenses as well.
And what did you learn from teaching these students? I mean, was their school
Uh,
education good, bad?
yeah,
What did you learn? I'm
of course,
curious.
of course. So when I started teaching initially, there was not much insights which I could develop. But over the years, when I started teaching more, I started to learn and understand that how the system is working in India, and how the culture of education in our country is basically a rote learning culture. It does not involve critical thinking skills. It does not involve question raising skills. For example, whenever I used to teach anything, I used to say anything, the students used to blindly trust me and follow that. But I don't advocate this kind of culture. I believe that we should have a culture in which question is should be asked, it should be raised before believing into anything. So I can mention here the Mahabharata example. When the war was about to take place, Arjuna is constantly asking questions from Krishna. He could have easily believed Krishna and fought the war. So I give this example to my students that you don't believe whatever I'm saying. You just ask questions, be a bit rational, and critical thinking. That's very important. Ask questions. So that's the thing I want to inculcate in the students, and I want this kind of an ecosystem in our education system.
Okay. And how did the students feel that they had benefited from you? I mean, this is your view, but
Yeah.
what did they find from you that helped them?
Okay, so over the years when I started teaching, and of course this happened with me. I'm very lucky in that case that, um, for example, there's this student who joined in 2017, and he's still under me. So he's doing his third year of economics and is still coming to me and taking the entire course. So he was saying that they call me bhaiya. They don't call me sir. So they were saying that bhaiya. Uh, I can't believe that the journey of mine with you is coming to an end in this month, because this is their last month. And this is the best feedback I have received. If someone is saying that I can't believe that the journey of 8 years is coming to an end, I have learned a lot from you. I've
Hmm.
learned critical thinking. So this is, I think, the best reward in the field of teaching for me. And there are
Okay.
other examples as well. As I mentioned, there are more than 500 students I have taught in the past 8 years. So I think this is the feedback from the students.
Okay. But you don't have time for it now.
Yeah, of course. Of course,
Because
I
you're
don't have
busy.
much time, but yeah, of course, I do teach on like upload some lectures on YouTube sometimes, like not very frequent.
Okay. Are the lectures in English or Bengali?
They are in a mix of English and Hindi.
Hindi. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So I have to mention this. I am born and brought up in Kolkata, but
yes,
my ethnicity is not a Bengali. I
that
am
I
a
know.
Bihari.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I am in Karnataka. So I love three states. I've been a part of three different culture, and
Yeah.
I really feel proud of it.
Okay. Good. And so, why did you do this net? You already have a job.
So I think I should come to net thing. And
Yeah.
so in 2021, I gave my first net attempt, and I could not clear it
Yeah.
because it was not a very uh, genuine effort from my side, I believe. But my my personal choice of getting into research has always been there.
Yeah.
The time I started economics.
Yeah.
So as we know that net allows you to do a research in the entire country. So I thought of clearing it, and if I have this with me, then at any point of time I can switch my career, or maybe I can do a parallel research part time in India. So that's why this net was given. And also I would like to mention that even if I was teaching for 8 years, I thought of having a professional eligibility of teaching.
Yeah.
This is what makes a confidence in the minds of the people whom you are teaching.
Yeah.
uh, I'm not advocating that those who do not do those who don't have net does not have the confidence, or does not have the eligibility, or does not have the uh, the potential to teach. But of course, having an eligibility which is given by the government of India is of course something, a feather in your hat.
Okay. Yeah, it's good. But so, what else did you do? I mean, this Calcutta University doesn't just teach economics. Even you are there, you learn many things, you do many things. So, can you share with us some of that?
Yeah, of course. So during my bachelor's day, when I was in my Chandra College in my graduation days, I was very active in the co-curricular activities, like especially the academic activities, so, attending lectures and attending summits which were organized by other colleges, participating in them, and developing a culture of competition, and learning that it is very important to participate in any events rather than focusing on whether you are winning it or not. So in the span of 3 years, I participated in more than 10 events, and I did not win in all those 10 events. I have won in only two. So the percentage is really low. But what I developed there is networks. I know a lot of people in my life. I have a more than 1,000 contacts on my on my phone. I developed the culture of asking questions from different professors, meeting different professors, and uh, and getting their point of view on different aspects and different domains. And this is something I really crave for, and it actually helped me develop my intellectual pursuits. So I think apart from my degree, this is what I learned a lot. I have developed a lot of friends and a lot of good relation in my graduation, and I really regret that COVID hit during my masters, and could not do these things during my masters.
Yeah. Okay. So this is your critical thinking education, right? This is
Yeah,
where,
yeah, we can say that.
yeah, because you are asking questions
I,
that
I,
are meaningful to you. So you are thinking, right? To
I,
ask a question means you are thinking.
yes, yes,
Yes.
and I always believe that I can recall a quote from Socrates. He says that like someone asked him, "You are very genius." So he says that, yeah, I am genius. I am knowledgeable because I know that I don't know. And I really am very impressed with this quote. That, yeah, of course, we don't know anything, and
Yeah.
to know, we have to raise questions, we have to ask questions.
Yeah.
And sometimes sometimes it backfires because people gets a bit irritated to answer my questions. But yeah, that is a good habit, I believe everyone should have.
All right. What else do you want to add here?
There are a lot of things. If
Yeah. Go
if
ahead.
time is not a constraint, I would
Yeah.
like to add a lot of things here. So of course, I want to add my career at Genpact. So I
Yeah.
joined Genpact in 2021, and in 2022, I think I was asked to relocate to Bengaluru. And the support I got from my manager is Vinay, and the camaraderie of wonderful colleagues facilitated me to create a balance between my work and teaching. And living independently in Bangalore was a lot of challenges, but it also imparted invaluable lessons in discipline and time management. which turned out to be crucial for preparing the net exam. I believe that after working for 10-12 hours, I used to study for 4-5 hours. So it was only possible because of the time management skills, which I could only develop relocating to Bangalore. And also, while doing the preparation, I was teaching as well. So being around young, inquisitive students and addressing their academic queries and mentoring aspirants in their educational journeys or activities, I feel immensely rewarding. So it is something I really found joy in it.
Yeah.
And I would also like to advise the yes aspirants. I always get these messages on Instagram and LinkedIn after since the day I posted that I cracked the net. So I would like to tell them to those aspiring to conquer the exams like net. My counsel is to maintain unwavering focus and master the art of time management,
Yeah.
because balancing a full time, especially for those who are doing a job, so balancing a full time job with exam preparation is no walk in the park.
Yeah.
But I held steadfast to my belief in the power of earnest efforts. As I can also quote Lincoln here, is another influential person. He says that the best way to predict the future is to create it.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
so I
much
think
control you have, right?
so, so, of course, through reading it has come. uh, I'm not being pompous here, but yeah, this is it. Uh, so I believe consistency and perseverance are your allies. With a clear goal and diligent effort, even the most daunting tasks become achievable.
All right.
So,
Anything else?
so this
What
is
else? You have a lot of things to tell us, so go ahead.
so I'm not prepared. Okay, so yeah, there's another area where I talk a lot in my YouTube channel through shorts and discussions with my friends. I've got a great bunch of intellectual friends to whom I can discuss these things, and I do discuss. The thing is about the education system in India. In India, I don't know. I have heard about the culture in US and the European countries. I have not had the good opportunity to visit those countries, but I would like to highlight the issues and the problems in India and the good part as well. So I'm a staunch advocate for the notion that our education system requires not just reform, but a reform. You know, the re with a hyphen and a form. So the current system's overemphasis on rote learning, I believe, stifles critical thinking and practical application. So reflecting on the vision of Ambedkar, who saw education as a catalyst for social change, I advocate for a more inclusive and holistic approach. Policies should prioritize skill development, creativity, solving the real world problems. So these things should be there. And again, there is a quote from George Orwell, who insightfully stated that the essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection.
Mm-hmm.
So we must create a democratic space where students feel empowered to discuss and challenge ideas. And I'm not saying that the efforts were not made in the past. Historically, committees like the Qatari Commission have underscored the importance of educational reforms, and yet we still grapple with issues outlined in the NEP, the National Education Policy. The NEP aims for inclusivity and a multidisciplinary approach, but its implementation often falls short due to systematic inertia and inadequate resources. So the gap between policy and practice must be bridged to truly realize the potential of our education framework. This is what I believe, and this is what I can say in a short span of time. Otherwise, I will dive into 2-3 hours of discussion into this, and I don't want to do that because
That
I
we
believe
don't
there are
we
other
don't have
people.
2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
believe there are other people as well. I understand that.
Yeah. So go ahead.
And uh, and uh, as I also mentioned in the mail, there are other disciplines as well which I really like to indulge in, like philosophy, sociology, psychology, the history. These subjects really excites me. Now, people often ask me questions, especially my friends and my students, that you are an economics graduate and a business analyst. Why are you studying these things? So probably the viewers would also have this question. So I would like to answer them that economics, it is not an individual subject, I believe. It is a tapestry woven with threads from various disciplines. For example, if I have to mention philosophy and sociology, it illuminates the ethical and social dimensions of economic policies. So that's why it is important. Again, if I have to mention psychology, so it offers profound insights into human behavior. And the first chapter which we study in microeconomics is consumer behavior. So I think if we can relate both of these things, it will be easier for the students to understand the economic modeling. Again, history, polity, they provide a contextual framework, and the evolution of economics and mathematics, literature, it allows you to be analytical and creative at the same time. So this is what I believe, that it is very important to learn whatever is there on your plate, and find opportunity and grab it. And again, another quote I can remember from William Shakespeare. Sorry about mentioning so many quotes. I could not resist myself from giving examples so that people can relate it much. He says that we know what we are, but know not what we may be. So having started with economics does not restrict anyone from only going into economics field. You might go to philosophy or history or anything else. So that's why I feel interdisciplinary approach broadens my perspective, enabling more nuanced understanding of the economic phenomena.
Or you could launch at an old age a YouTube channel for young people.
Uh, uh, I can do that, but I have no
I did
such.
it, right?
Yeah, of course. So there is a live example. So
Yeah.
viewers, sir has done it, and I am really inspired by sir, and I could do it in future.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so tell us something else that is high priority in your mind. I mean, you're talking
Mm.
many things. Let's listen to them.
Okay. So I don't want to think a lot about future. To be very honest, I just want to go one by one, like focusing on today, not focusing much on the future. But of course, my long-term vision is to enrich the pool of knowledge through research and policy making.
Mm-hmm.
I'm diligently trying to build a community on LinkedIn and Instagram, where enthusiasts can learn about economics, post questions, engage in healthy democratic discussions, and uh, and 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 become a part of the community where no one is ashamed of asking questions, because this is the culture in our school. Students are ashamed of asking questions, that if I ask a question it turns out to be stupid, my fellow classmates will laugh at me. I don't believe in this. I believe that no questions are stupid, and teachers should also encourage students asking questions. So education to me transcends the mere impartation of knowledge. It is about igniting curiosity and fostering critical thinking. So I strive to create an environment where everyone feels empowered to learn and grow. And uh,
So
and
tell me,
my
how do you do it via Instagram? Because I thought Instagram is more images and videos, 1 minute reels, and people showing off. So how do you do this via Instagram?
Okay, so I think this is something very interesting, and I'd love to answer this.
Yeah,
So in economics, we study supply and demand,
right.
and we have two school of thoughts. We have a classical school of thought and a Keynesian school of thought. Classic, as we all know, like of course you know, but for the viewers, supply school, okay, classical school of thought is the supply side. Keynesian
Yeah,
school of thought is the demand side. So people are demanding Instagram.
yeah,
Why should not we supply good content through Instagram if they are available on Instagram?
yes,
So my intention and my idea of having an Instagram is that people are on Instagram. So if they are on Instagram, why not provide them a good content, provide them 1 minute reel? Because today's culture, I have observed this, and I think this is really serious, that people do not like to read.
yeah,
The reading culture is deteriorating day by day, and even if they read on screens, the LED screens.
yeah,
That's okay, that's still okay. But if they are more interested in 1 minute shots or in 1 minute reel, then let's utilize that resource. Economics also teaches maximum utilization of resources. So
yeah.
if that resource is with us, why not utilize the maximum to its potential and provide them the content? Because their concentration is at 1 minute level. We'll provide them with 1 minute level, and actually it is turning out to be. I have a good, not like very great engagements, but yeah, I do have good engagements. Not much followers, but yeah, I'm trying to build a community.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else that you are interested in and want to do?
As I said, I don't think much about future, so this is my
Okay,
only idea, that to work, to learn. Continuous learning is something I strive for.
okay. So how do
Daily
you
learning,
find
something new.
this new city, Bengaluru, for you? You've been
uh,
there for 2 years
uh,
now, so you are not. It's not new.
it is no more new to me. And when I came here initially, it was a bit challenging for me to get accustomed with the kind of culture here, because of course this is the south of India. I belong from the east of India. The culture, the food, everything is different. But of course, what I have learned in my life is to accept changes, because change is the only constant. So now cut to like today, 2024, my breakfast is dosa, masala dosa and sambar. I cannot live without masala dosa and sambar. And when I say masala dosa, it is the masala dosa of Karnataka,
Okay.
not of North India. So I am now completely absorbed in Bengaluru, trying to learn the Kannada language as well, because I believe this is very important to learn. And I would love to tell this to everyone who are living in Bengaluru from the north of India or any part of the country. Please learn Kannada, because if you respect the culture will respect you. The place, the city will respect you.
Mm.
So I'm really enjoying Bengaluru,
Okay.
and I've not been to much places. I'm not very fond of I'm not very fond of traveling, uh, but this is a good city. I love to be a part of this city.
Okay. I have a new option which sometimes I don't tell the people enough, that if you want to speak for a few minutes in your native language, which happen to be Hindi and Bengali, please do so. Yesterday I had a speaker, he's from Purvachal, not
Yeah,
Bihar but UP
yeah.
border. And he said, yeah, sure, I'll speak in Bhojpuri. I'll tell my people, because he's from a village in UP. So he spoke in Bhojpuri and he spoke to them. Now, if you want, I should mention this to everybody, but I forget. So some people have spoken in Malayalam, Telugu, Udia, and also if you also want to pass some message in Bengali or Hindi. Hindi I understand, Bengali I slightly understand. Kannada I don't, but you don't know it. So if you want, you can have the option of doing it now.
Of course,
If you want to
I would.
prepare a bit, we can put it on pause and then you can come back when you are
No,
ready.
I think I'm quite good at Hindi and Bengali,
So go
uh,
ahead.
and uh, and I can speak of phrases of Kannada.
So go
So
ahead. If you want to speak in Bengali or Hindi for a few minutes, some passage you want to pass, go ahead.
okay, so I'll start with Hindi, because another thing I forgot to mention, that I am also enrolled in an MA Hindi literature course, because literature is also something I really love.
Uh-huh.
And and my mom is a Hindi teacher, so the Hindi culture is there since childhood. So of course in Hindi I would like to say something. So
Bolo.
साथियों, दर्शकों, मैं देवांशु चौरसिया हूँ, जैसे आप जानते हैं, मैंने आपको अभी पहले कहा। मैं आपसे कहना चाहता हूँ कि जीवन में आप सीखते रहें, प्रश्न पूछते रहें, क्योंकि प्रश्न पूछना बेहद ज़रूरी है। और मैं एक और बात आपको कहना चाहूँगा कि जीवन में पढ़ने को शामिल करें। पढ़ना बहुत ज़रूरी है, और जब मैं पढ़ाई कहता हूँ, इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आप सिर्फ़ अपनी पाठ्यक्रम की पुस्तकों को पढ़ें। जब मैं पढ़ाई कहता हूँ, तो इसका मतलब ये है कि आप जीवन को पढ़ें, आप लोगों को पढ़ें। आप जब अपने आस-पास देखते हैं, उनसे सीखें, और उसे अच्छी चीज़ों को अपने जीवन में शामिल करें। सो यही मैं हिंदी में कहना चाहूँगा। और बांग्ला में
आपकी
अगर मैं आना चाहूँ। यस सर।
आपकी हिंदी तो आपकी माँ से सीखी लगती है।
हिंदी हिंदी मुझे बेहद प्यारी है, और
पाठ्यक्रम तो मैंने सुना नहीं है।
सिलेबस
मैं
सिलेबस
जानता हूँ क्या है, लेकिन कोई बोलता नहीं है
या
पाठ्यक्रम।
या
ठीक है, हिंदी आपने अपनी माँ से सीखी है।
जी, बिल्कुल माँ से सीखी है।
ठीक है।
और मैं मेंशन करना चाहूँगा, मेरे स्कूल के हिंदी के अध्यापक जो थे, मैं कान पकड़ के उनका नाम लेना चाहूँगा, श्री राजेश मिश्रा। उनसे मैंने काफ़ी अच्छी हिंदी सीखी है। वो
ठीक
उन्होंने भी
है, ओके।
बहुत योगदान दिया है।
अच्छा, now if you want
और
to say something in Bengali, you're most welcome.
ইয়া অফ কোর্স, তো বাংলা, আমি একটু বাংলায় বলতে চাই এবার আমার বাংলা বন্ধুদের জন্যে। আ আমি 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 একটা বাঙালি নই, কিন্তু যেহেতু আমি आई एम सो सॉरी, मेरी मम्मी फ़ोन कर रही है। माय मॉम
हाँ,
इज़ कॉलिंग।
हाँ,
सो अ আ हाँ, मैं कहाँ था? সরি,
हाँ,
বাংলা। সো
हाँ,
আমার বাংলা বন্ধুদের জন্যে, আমি বাঙালি নই, কিন্তু যেহেতু আমি আ পশ্চিমবঙ্গে জন্মেছি আর ওখানে আমার পড়াশোনা হয়েছে, তো আমি বাংলাটা ঠিকঠাক বলতে পারি। খুব ভালো তো বলতে পারি না, বাট আমি এটা বলতে চাইবো সবার বাংলা বন্ধুদের জন্যে, যে আপনারা আ খুব মন দিয়ে পড়াশোনা করুন। আর প্রশ্ন জিজ্ঞেস করুন নিজের
হুম,
নিজের টিচার্সকে, নিজের বন্ধুদেরকে, নিজের মা-বাবাকে। আর 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 বেশি কি বলবো, মানে this is something I would like to say in Bengali.
good.
And now I want to move to Canada. A small portion of Canada. I'm not much fluent in Canada. So when I came to Bengaluru, the first phrase which I learned about Canada is, there are two phrases I learned. First one is Canada Gotila. So Canada Gotila means that I don't know Canada.
Huh.
So if you go to, if you board a bus or if you go to a restaurant, the first thing you should say that Kannada Gotila, and they are quite cooperative. They would speak in Hindi with you or in English maybe. And the second phrase which I learned is Swalpa adjust mari. So swalp adjust mari is, swalp comes from the Sanskrit word swalp, it means thoda. Adjust is the English word, and mari is to do. So please thoda adjust karo.
Huh.
So please bhasha mein thoda adjust kar lo. So swalp adjust mari. This is what I learned, and now I'm learning a lot of things, a lot of small things like if I have to ask for a coffee, I would go and say undu coffee kori. And if I have to ask for a coffee and a biscuit, undu coffee kori mate biscuit kori. So these things are small phrases just to manage my day-to-day activities in Bengaluru.
Okay, wonderful. It's really a pleasure to hear a young Indian, face of modern India, Hindi, Bengali, Kannada, everything, Really good
Pleasure.
to talk to you. Anything, any last words you have?
Yeah, my mom called me, so I would also like to mention my source of inspiration. So apart from my mother, father, my brother, and a Masi I have, and also my friends, they are my source of inspiration, my source of energy. And apart from them, if I have to mention a few names with whom I'm really inspired, is Baba Sahib Ambedkar
Okay.
and Mahatma Gandhi. So
Yeah.
the relentless pursuit of an equitable and just society fuels my passion for education and policy making. So I would also I would like to tell the viewers that please read Baba Sahib Ambedkar, because if you are confused anywhere in life, if you read Baba Sahib Ambedkar, you will come to know that how you can give a good shape to your life. And I would like to end this on this note.
Okay. Thank you so much, Devanshu. It's really a pleasure to listen to you. And uh, to the viewers, I would say that we should have more Devanshus in the world in India. So let me come back with another young Indian or an expert soon. Bye till then. Bye, everybody.